In this episode, explore tragedy, justice, and unexpected conversations on life and cuisine.
So the last message is going to be you.
Okay.
The one that says previous message received from Stefan Sterns on 5/4, which is May the 4th be with you.
Okay, I guess I'll put that one back up. I wanted to show Maddie while we're doing it. I don't want just text on the screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can read it if you want me to read it because it's long. I know how your throat gets.
Yeah, sure. If you want to read it, I mean, you're doing fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll read this one too, and then you can come back and make all your commentary, and everybody can get into it because I can't read any of the chat while this is going on. So
yeah, I can read chat while you do it, and just tell them the date of it.
Yes. So this is, of course, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Apparently today is now May the 6th be with you. So I don't know, or the 6th. I don't know.
Well, yesterday was Cinco de Mayo. I didn't even realize
any reason for George Lucas to make money off of his Star Wars stuff with Disney now. He's going to do it. So it is what it is, right?
Rest in peace, Maddie.
Right. So this is from him. Hey, I almost snorted while reading your description of how they disrespected those grits, and I agree. All those things would have been fine in an omelet, but not grits. What in the world? And yes, when it comes to biscuits and gravy, you have to have good biscuits. It's the primary building block, for crying out loud.
Oh my goodness.
The gravy can be so-so and still pass muster, but the biscuits must be good or the whole thing is a fail. Oh gosh, I'd love some biscuits and gravy or some grits or some eggs and bacon or sausage with onions and mushrooms would be mighty tasty too.
Hold on, stop for a second. Now, again, let's try not to shoot the messengers. We're reading and relaying these to you. Now, these messages are going to come out and somebody else is going to read them at some point. So, Kitchen Skills, we love you. We definitely don't want anybody to think that we're trying to say Stefan's the victim. We know he's not the victim. I am, and I've told Deb, I am for the death penalty. Of course, she's not. Some people aren't. I am. I don't disagree. Stefan Sterns is now going to be on trial soon for the 60 SA charges and taking Maddie's life premeditated. So I don't want anyone to get it twisted that we on this channel, guilty of crime, don't think that he isn't where he belongs and that sort of thing. So I just want to make sure I know you guys are just commenting, but I also want to double back down about Maddie's death and the accident part and kind of what another lady from the channel that I'm going to be on tomorrow night said. So I just want you guys to know that we want justice for Maddie, but we want to give you the information as it comes out because I know you're all interested. Right. So we're just reading that for you. All right, go ahead. Synth is reading it.
It's really important to understand both sides of the story, to walk in both sides and paths of that person's moccasins, as they used to say. You know, you don't know till it's you. And you can be the parent of the victimized or the victim, the shamer or the shamed. It depends on how you want to process it. But if we want to know the mindset and how a person gets to where they get, it is important for us to be that devil's advocate sometimes. And, you know, many people don't like that Philip Dubé guy that goes on court TV because he's had a lot of plastic surgery because he's in LA, but that's okay. But he's a good devil's advocate. He comes up with things that you need that you might not think of and go, well, okay, then they can look a way around it. And so it's really good to get it from the actual people. It is not hearsay. They're on the line. If she wants to say, don't read my words in that tone, I won't do it. I'm just being a voice actor. We are not promoting anything or anyone's agenda. We're simply
it's going to come out
and research.
Yeah, you guys are going to see it. Grizzly True Crime's going to pay thousands of dollars. Plunder's going to pay thousands of dollars, and they're going to get that information to you, and they're going to relay it to you as well. So we're just doing it now, and thank you, Deb, for not making us pay. You know, because we don't have $5,000
resources.
We don't have those resources, but we appreciate Grizzly and Plunder that put them out for us to interpret. All right. And
so let me just biscuits and it being delicious. Okay. Oh man, he's making me hungry with all this talk of $1 million bacon with the maple syrup and the cayenne pepper on it. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. I've been really hungry lately. Can you tell? No snacks and no coffee for a week has been a real kick in the guts, but That trustee finally brought me a single packet of coffee today, and it was so good. I was quite happy. I bet it's nice to have good barbecue again, and that seafood place sounds good. I have never previously entertained or liked the thought of raw oysters or anything like that, but you know what? I should be willing to try them now. I heard they are really good with some Tabasco hot sauce. And I have a loose basis of a recipe for a creamy oyster stew that I'd love to be able to make and try, based on the favorite oyster stew of a character in one of the Dune novels. Nerd. There are lots of food ideas from
Well, that's how
literature
you
that I
know.
want to
That's how
try,
you know it's from you. That's how you know it's from Stefan, though. When people are like, "I don't
right?
think you're really
Nerd.
getting that from," you can tell by
Exactly.
how he talks and how they talk.
Yeah, but you know what, nerd right
Okay,
here, because I did that with
right.
all of the Dragons of Pern that Anne McCaffrey did.
Okay,
Boy,
so we're real quick. Deb does say she's for the death penalty. It's better than a protracted death. So whoever corrected me, you're right. But I don't like lessen my feelings about this because we're reading this. I'm all for the death penalty, and apparently she is too. So who corrected me? Thank you.
all right. There are lots of food ideas from literature that I want to try. Every time I read about something that sounds tasty or interesting, I write it down. If I'm fortunate, maybe I'll get a chance to make them and test them out on you. This is a sincere hope of mine. Today was Star Wars Day. May the Fourth be with you. I wish I could have been at Disney. It's fun to go to Galaxy's Edge and spend the evening waving a lightsaber around with everyone else. On May 4th, hundreds upon hundreds of people pack into the area around the Millennium Falcon and hold up their lightsabers up in the air together. It is a really amazing sight and feels so bright you could practically see it from space. LOL. I have been slacking a bit on the cartooning. I am still working on the fundamental techniques for shading and working on my motor skills. And I have made some improvement in those areas where things just suddenly click and I will get better at specific things. But I have been taking a little break because it's very involved and takes a bit of a toll on my hand and wrist. But I'm planning to jump back into it very soon. Reading all this manga really makes me want to learn even more. The origami is much easier by comparison as it's just reading instructions and following them exactly, which I'm quite good at. Drawing is a much more demanding discipline and requires a lot for me to make even small improvements. That made me think of Jodi Arias and her paintings in prison, but I haven't applied myself to it as deeply as I could. I might ask for another book related to that in the near future, as the draw anime book I have now is pretty good, but soul of the technique it teaches, I think you mean some of the techniques it teaches are a bit lacking in how thorough or detailed they are. So I will keep working at it though. The system is about to go down. I got to send this off now or I'll miss my chance. Love you both and talk to you soon, Art. Or love. I don't know how they take
All
the.
right, and we'll add this back. Let me remove this. People are just gonna snip it anyway. But yeah, another thing that was popping in my head while you were talking, and I'd love to find this out, although I think that it's just a hype thing. Jumpsuit Pablo came out with a video that says Stefan Sterns already has a hit on him, which I'm imagining it's a bit embellished because a lot of times, like he has people in jail he talks to, and he probably says, this son of a bitch that did this and this, and they're like, if he gets in here, we're gonna have a hit on him. So if anybody's seen that video, let me know. People have been messaging me saying Stefan Sterns has a hit on him, and I saw it on Jumpsuit Pablo, and I was like, the way it talks, it's like it's news. But I think it's really just him talking to someone and saying, if he gets in here, when he comes. So I just want to talk about that for a second. I don't think that's real news. I'll try to find out. I asked Deb; she said she hasn't heard of it. But a lot of things get embellished. I'm seeing his the cellie across the way. It's not his cellmate, but what do you call them? Another prisoner, the one that his
I would
girlfriend.
assume the guy down the row.
Well, yeah,
I
the
don't know.
guy that's sending his girlfriend
Your
sending
hallmate,
Stefan
your,
packages.
your home
Yeah,
mate.
I guess it's an inmate across from
Cubicle.
him.
I don't know. You have to know the setup, right? Are they 2x2, 4x4? What does it look like? I don't think they have those
It's just
blueprints.
it's across the way. They show inside of jails, but he's there and the other guy's there, and so
Yeah,
he does him
yeah.
favors. So yeah, somebody
I
says they're
didn't know
100.
you could even do that, by the way. I thought that was against the law to.
Well, you're talking. He got to remember they wrote him up for it, but he didn't really get any consequences. It wasn't
Right.
much of a consequence. And Dee Dee, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. We appreciate you. We love you back. Jen's a Gypsy, Shamble on Crime Crew. Yeah, thank you guys, and thank you to Synth. I just kind of want to talk about stuff as we were going through it, but I was like, okay, wait.
Mhm.
So last night I was watching Alex. It's Alex Erickson, I think. I'm gonna be on her channel tomorrow, and they were talking about the accidental thing with Maddie maybe accidentally dying. And I guess on Hidden True Crime, Dr. John said something about when somebody there's different levels of like necrophilia, and
Mm.
if somebody wants somebody to be semi unconscious or semi-conscious, different
Mhm.
levels of it, and
Mhm.
maybe that's how she accidentally died. But then you go to the hyoid bone being broken, and it takes what, 40 pounds or more to break? Is that what it said? Yeah,
Yeah.
I when I
Yeah,
say
it was a pretty good amount of pressure, 20 to 40
yeah,
pounds, and
so
very specific.
when I say accidental, meaning that maybe something was happening while they're doing that rough sex, something like that, and it wasn't that Jen wanted to do that or Stefan wanted to do that, but it happened during the course of something else,
So
right?